Hey ladies, Diane Polly here, client conversationalist, helping other women entrepreneurs like myself learn how to share their story out loud in a way that connects with themselves and allows them to have really powerful conversations with their ideal clients. And yesterday, if you didn't check it out, please definitely have a look at the video I filmed yesterday about the power of conversation. And say hello to the cat in the background. Just because that's what I'm focusing on this year, and that's what I believe is the crux of everything. Because I quoted yesterday, a conversation is the informal exchange of ideas through spoken word. And being able to share that message you have inside of yourself out loud is one of the hardest things. We really have trouble doing it. We have trouble saying what we do at networking events. It's awkward. I've spoken to a lot of ladies this year, and I'm not the only one who has struggled with this. So there's a disconnect in how you bring your awesome, self and creation to that tribe is out there and you want to connect with. And the missing link is conversation. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the idea of puzzle pieces. And this may sound silly, but I am putting together, I'm writing this month, NaNoWriMo month. I am putting together a book. I'm writing, and I'm also putting together all the pieces that I've written over the past few years into literally this big puzzle. That's what I believe, when we form a business, it turns out to be. A lot of the clients I work with, they're saying, oh my God, I opened up a journal from a few months, a few years back, and I said this thing that I'm using now. And that happens to me all the time. As I was looking through all of my past articles and guest posts and blogs and newsletters and all that stuff, I realized there has been a stirring in me all this time. I've been talking about the same thing over and over again, but I never was able to culminate it and put it together in the way that I have now, calling myself a client conversationalist and talking about having these conversations with your clients. I had all the little bitty pieces, but I couldn't mush them together. And today's message is just do not give up on, your path, because if you are an innovator, a creator, an entrepreneur, a business owner, a CEO, you are traveling the path less traveled, and you have to continually pick up the pieces as you go. Yes, you may not see the big picture right away, but eventually it will all come together into this beautiful, beautiful creation, and you'll say, that's why I went through this moment, and that's why I had this thought come to my mind. And I was looking at my old business blog actually this morning, and it was funny because I talk a lot how my business failed last year, but if I were to tell the whole story, it actually didn't fail. What I created was a different type of business model. I had created an accelerator and a kind of like a startup, which needed funding, and I just wasn't in the right mindset or the path to do that at that point in my own journey. But I was looking at what I created, I realized, wow, I had lots of support. I had a big fan base I had created. I had gotten myself visible. I had a team who was helping me and building up the vision with me. And I also had people who were featured on my own website, on my blog. There were people constantly inquiring, can I have a guest post on your site? Which is kind of cool if you think about it. I got into the point where, my voice had been out there, and I had that piece of my puzzle together where people wanted to come on board the journey with me. But the thing I didn't have was my message, the selling piece, the business making money piece. I didn't have any of that together. I didn't have really my message down pat and who I was connecting with and who I wanted to serve and work with. So that was the piece that I put together this year, and now it's all mushed together, and what we have is me coming to you as a client conversationalist and, helping women take their vulnerable stories and turn them into visionary businesses. If I had given up just a little ways back, I wouldn't have gotten to this point now. So I hope this inspires you. And on my journey, I'm finding my voice. I have had my voice a little bit subdued this year as I've done a lot of work, but I'm bringing it back to the forefront, mushing all the pieces together to form this beautiful puzzle. So don't give up on the pieces. They're forming something beautiful. So that's my message today, and I hope it inspires you. I'd love to hear about the pieces of your puzzle you're putting together, and I will chat with you tomorrow. Talk soon.